Right now we're in this moment of learning, in terms of trying to figure out where everyone is, where is the best place to actually reach everyone. I think that people have pretty much figured out, well, where are the moms, where are the kids, and that kind of thing, but where are the men? How do you target men in today's social networking society? I mean, do you target them on Facebook? Do you target them in sporting events? Where are they?
Well, sports is the great unifier for men. Whether you're a more style-leading kind of guy or whether you're more traditional, everybody watches sports. Whether you're young, whether you're a little older, it is the great unifier amongst men. And while we're not a sports brand, we are a brand that's about camaraderie amongst men, and sports really generates that.
So how do you target men through sports?
When you're talking straight-up media, we just have presence in sporting events.
Right, commercials and things like that, a few banners.
Yeah, absolutely. But we also use the idea of sports fandom. That is something men kind of coalesce around, and we use that as conversation starter. Men are very active in the social space. Men in our target age range, 30, 35 plus, have a different way of engaging in the social space than, say, a younger consumer, 18 to 24.
How so?
Well, they don't live online exclusively.
Right.
I mean, digital denizens or whatever it is we're calling them now, younger people, 18 to 24-year-olds, the line between their life online and offline is almost non-existent.
And when men actually go online, they have a purpose.
They do have a purpose.
They're tougher to reach.
Oftentimes checking sports scores,
right?
Looking at their finances, but they do participate and engage. It's just more focused. So expectations have to be different than if you were targeting a younger consumer, and the hook needs to be different.
How so?
What we did is we took the brand's platform, this idea of, I would call it, what it means to be an effective man today in the world. And we took it to the social space this year with a big program. It's called the Wear the Pants Project, which kicked off this year. But we see it actually as a long-term social platform and community platform for the brand. And really the intention was to engage, challenge, and inspire men to go into the world and do what it is they love to do. And the response has way outpaced our expectations in terms of the level of engagement.
So how much have you exceeded expectations? What are the numbers?
We've added to our fan base by about 100,000. We want to add another 30 to 40 by the end of the year. The number of impressions we've generated, though, is in the millions, so it's about 45 million. In terms of people that have engaged and commented and talked about it on their pages, the number of people that it's touched is about 45 million.
So for the people that are actually trying to also reach men in that demographic, what has been the key to your success?
Well, I think
luck.
No, I think it's thoughtful, and I'm not going to lie. We try stuff and respond very quickly. So there's stuff we've done in the space that men haven't responded to, and then we change gears. There's just certain lines of questions that don't generate quite the same response. The things that we found they respond to, they love talking about sports. They love a question that is challenging, that allows them to also have conversations and challenge each other.
Like an entrepreneur's contest, for ideas. They always like to share their ideas.
They like to share their ideas. They like to give each other a hard time and challenge each other to do even better. Those are the things they like. And surprisingly, they really like to find out about new product news. We know from Facebook that the #1 reason that people fan brands on Facebook is inside deals and product information. So finding the right cadence between sort of appropriate man content, as we would call it, and then product news, insider deals, new product news before anybody else gets it. This balance of information has been effective.
So do you have to formulate the way that you word those product announcements differently than what you would do on TV or in magazines or such to make sure that it doesn't overstep their bounds in terms of Facebook?
Well, absolutely. I mean, the voice is one of a man. That's the voice of the brand. We want to talk in a much more colloquial way, is that the word? Yeah, than we would say in a television commercial. We want to have a conversation, and we're open. We don't edit the remarks. We want to hear the good and the bad, and we engage in a conversation with men and encourage them to talk to each other. And that's been the most interesting thing, is when they actually start talking to each other.